Hello, party people. Oh, I didn't shut my closet door. Maybe that's helpful. Hi, here we are in North Dakota in the green room. We're in the green room. This is how you know we're at Grandma's in North Dakota. This is going to be my second video here. I'm pretty excited that I'm able to do videos here. So that's cool. Anyhow, if you hear a bunch of commotion going on in the background, my brother's here talking to Grandma, so I don't know. Anyhow, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I am Randy. I am the sole proprietor of Thunderhorse Descendant. I'm so glad that you're here watching this mini-series about the bargain bead box. So, we started doing mini-series. I say me. I started doing mini-series of the bargain bead box, and you guys seem to really like it, so I wanted to continue to do that in December. So if you're like, why are we in this weird space? I'm at Grandma's. I'm in North Dakota. I'm helping out with Grandpa, so things are a little wonky, but here we are, just doing it, because that's all we can do, right? So today's project is project number 2, and these are the cute little earrings that we're going to do. So I'm going to flip down to the mat. Now, before we get started on this little project, I wanted to say there is quite a few different ways I thought about doing this. So I don't know if I will do them, but anyway, we're going to flip down to the mat and get started on project 2 of the bargain bead box December 2021, which can I just shout out that I love, L-O-V-E, love this box. This box I think has been my favorite of all year. So anyhow, here we go, down to the mat. Get this party started. All right, guys, here we are on the mat. So I'm going to do my very best not to bump the table in all transparency. I'm working on this like little kind of like coffee table situation. So my knees are literally like right here where my fingers are. That's where my knees are. So I'm going to do my best not to bump the table. But this is project number 2 from Bargain Bead Box. And I said that I wanted to make some like long duster earrings with these, and I'm super excited about it. Quite honestly, I don't know how much each, I don't know how many of these I'm going to be able to do, so let's just crack into them and get going on it. Ooh, if I don't throw beads all over the floor. Would not be good. All right, here we go. All right, guys, so what I've done is I have separated out these crystal bicones into piles of 10. There's 5 loops, so I have 5 piles for one side, 5 piles for the other. So that is 100 beads, right? 50 on each side. We've got 1 left over. Hopefully it all works out. And we're just going to start putting these on. So here's what I wanted to mention. Let me see if I can... kind of works. I guess not really. What I wanted to mention is there's a couple of different ways we could do this. So I really like movement. And I thought about doing this with wildfire or like a beading thread, which would be a great idea. But then I would have to add some seed beads maybe to the bottom, you know, something like that. So I thought, you know, I'm just going to use wire and make my own head pins and do it that way, just because I think that it would be cute. But if you did want to do the wildfire or beading thread situation, you could do those and just tie them on here. Or you could, if you wanted more movement, you could tie the string onto a jump ring and then hang the jump ring from here, so you would get that movement. With this, you're not going to get as much movement because this is going to be stiffer and keep the beads in place. but I think it's still going to be cute. So I'm going to go that way, and let's get this party started. All right, so to start out, I'm going to be using 22 gauge wire, and I'm going to make my own head pin. I'm just going to go ahead and make all these head pins at once. So I'm going to show you how to do it, and then I'm probably going to fast forward a little bit. We'll make all the head pins at one time. So I'm just going to cut myself off a pretty big chunk of wire here. And I don't think they're going to need to be too long. But I kind of like to do it this way. I kind of like to get, you know, my stuff ready to go first. And then, you know, kind of go from there. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for this earring. And then I'll do the same for the other side. Ooh, my wire hit my beads over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, one more. So, so I have 10 little pieces of wire cut. Again, 22 gauge in silver. I'm just going to get all of these ready, but I will show you what I'm going to do if you've never done this before. So you're going to use your round nose plier, and you're just going to grab a hold of the tip here. And you should not have any wire poking out the other side. And I'm just going to spin it. I'm going to spin it around this bottom part of my plier. And then I'm going to let go of the tension, move it back to the center, and roll. And I'm going to roll until I have 3. You can see they're starting to roll up on each other. And I'm going to roll until I have 3 loops there. And once I get back to the beginning where my wire started, that's what I'm going to consider the end. Okay. So there you go. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend this. You see this tail here? I'm going to bend this straight out like that. So it points to the top. So if you have ball head pins, you don't have to do this. You could use ball head pins if they were long enough, but I am just doing this because I don't have ball head pins that are that long right now. I'm going to flip this over, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this tail of this wire. I'm going to stick it through that little twist we made. So it looks like this. And I'm going to grab hold of it, and then with my fingers and nail, I'm going to grab a hold of that loop. I'm going to pull with this and with this, and I'm going to pull so it's tight. You kind of have to do it fast and kind of strong like to get it down there where you want it. And then what you're going to get is you're going to get something like this, and it might look kind of wonky. It's like a little rosette, and we're just going to straighten that out so it looks like a little nest for your beads. So this is what the bottom looks like. You can come in here and you could tuck your little tail. I usually do. Tuck this little tail in. Okay, struggle busing. There we go. And then when you flip it over, you want it to sit kind of straight so it's a little nest for your beads. Okay. So that's what it should look like. Now, all we're going to do is we're going to put on 10 beads because that's what I've counted out. So we're going to put on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh yeah, those are going to be cute. So that's what it looks like. Okay. So you can see where it kind of looks like a little nest for this bead. And then what we're going to do, now I'm going to, you could connect right onto here if you want to. I'm not. I like the movement So I'm going to add a jump ring. I'm going to make a loop and add a jump ring so there's more movement with the earring. But you could, if you wanted, just do, you know, your loop and then add it right onto there. I'm not going to do that. What I am going to do is I'm just going to fold this over. I'm going to leave enough space so that when I bent my plier, this almost touches that top bead. And fold it over the top. Spin my plier. Clamp the middle. Okay. And then I'm going to bring this 90 degrees all the way around so it makes a loop. And then I'm going to wrap. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to just trim that off. And get that all tucked in. And that's going to be one of the 5. So I am going to go ahead and make all of my head pins and get them all wired up like this, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, party people, here we are. I got them all on there, and now we're just going to attach them. And I went and got some little, these are 4mm round jump rings. And I also grabbed up some earring wires because there was no earring wires, so I'm using these. These are stainless steel. With the stainless steel earring wires, these ones in this particular shape, if you follow along with morning coffee, you know. I like to use these because they're stainless steel, but you have to have the clear backs. Let me see if I got some. I'm sure I wouldn't have left the house without them. Here we go. These guys. You got to wear these because otherwise, every day on morning coffee, they always come flying on my ear because I lose them, you know. So, but we want to make sure we have 2 of these silicone nuts, as they say, because we want to put those on there. Okay, so we're just going to put these on there. Need 5 of these round jump rings. Now I do my jump rings like so. And we're just going to start on one end here and put them on. Easy peasy. So I chose these littler ones because then they don't show as much as if, say, I wanted to use an oval or a larger one. So I just use these little ones for earrings. They work quite well. And also I feel like the larger your jump ring is, especially if it's a round one, you're kind of putting yourself in a little bit of a safety situation because, like, the smaller it is, you know, the less likely it is to open. That is a personal opinion. But also if you had some jump locks, you know, some locking jump rings, those would work great in this situation. Originally, I thought I might have to cut off some of these loops and if I didn't have enough for each side, but it turns out it worked out pretty well. Literally like down to 2 beads, I think. And that is if I counted correctly. If I counted correctly, I should have 2 extra beads left over. So that's a good deal. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. And then I'm just pop this earring wire on. And this is exactly how I envisioned it. I love a long duster earring. You guys know I love that. So I would say this is a win. Yeah. Oh yeah. I like it. And it's going to move around a lot with those jump rings, see? And that's what I want. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. So there we are, number 1. I'm not gonna make you guys sit through me doodling up number 2, but I am gonna jump off camera here, get it done so you can see the pair together. But I really love these. I like these. I might have to keep these. Let me get the other one done and I'll show you them both together. All right, guys, here we are, the finished product with both of them done. Aren't those cute? They're super cute. They're very dangly. I love them. And 2 beads to spare. So that means I used the whole strand of these crystal bicones. Had 2 beads to spare. Got these beautiful earrings, 10 bicones on each strand. 5 strands for each earring. That's 50, so 100 beads total. I like them. I gotta hold them up to my ear. I just have. I don't know if I'll keep them or not. Oh, look how good they are. They're so good. I like them. Oh, yes. Super sparkles. Super sparkles. Okay. Love it. All right. So that was project number 2. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, spectacular, amazing beading day. I'm sending all the good beady vibes. And thank you so much. If you would give me a like, leave in the comment if you're going to try this, you like it, you don't like it, whatever, all the things and stuff. Leave it in the comments. Check out some of the other videos from the Bargain Bead Box mini series, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.